It's the most talented motherfucker ever come up out of LA. I know we got a lot of best rappers, best for the most talented motherfucker to come up out of LA. It's your boy. It's crazy how they still got all the same stickers and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, dads. I've been here so many times in life, man. It's just cool to see that the place is still here. When was this store last open?
90, 95, 96.
Yeah, so
That's when we closed.
I was here with him, you know, running around, little kids, and like it used to look like a fucking spaceship to me. I got my start in music, I would say, from watching my dad, just watching and like learning. My dad didn't even know. He had no idea. Then one day he goes to use the restroom after I'm hearing him fucking try to learn this part that he wasn't all the way clicking to, and I went right up to the keyboard and just played what he was listening to, and he was all surprised. And this when I was 4 years old. Everything I learned from Pops. Learning how to play the keyboard, bass, guitar, fucking learning how to make beats, learning how to use pro audio, everything about recording. Everybody's job I learned from him. You know what I'm saying?
I always knew he had the gift from the beginning because he was always intrigued by the music. I knew he was going to be who he is today.
What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to one of my homes. This is where it all started. Like I was about 24 when I first got this house, like personally just on me. My family gave it to me. If y'all know, if y'all from LA, you probably been here. We had the most outrageous parties and shit. This person used to complain. We used to go crazy in here. At one time I had the studio upstairs, another time I had it right here at this window, because I like to see while I create. Shit, we created Toot It and Boot It here about 2009. I remember I was so not having bread at the time that one time my fucking electricity got cut off in this motherfucker. You feel me? In Hollywood at the Sucio headquarters.
This is your home base. This is the studio you create most out of.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been here?
I had this building for like a year and a half.
What have you made here? Like, what would the fans, if they were to come here, are the songs that they would?
A lot of the Vultures album parts were made here. And then a lot of these features that have been coming out within the last year and a half, I made here.
I was watching, I think it was YG's podcast that you were on. He was talking about when you guys were coming up. Can you talk about that time when like you had just met Mustard, in particular, with like you and Mustard developing this like new sound that would go on to define the West Coast?
I was always a fan of like DJ Quick, Dr. Dre, you know, that time period as far as West Coast music. And it also like goes into like the shit that my dad was doing, Lakeside, like that up tempo, you know what I'm saying? And party music when it comes to, you know, LA. I remember this one time we were throwing a party at my Baldwin Hills house. Mustard threw on this song called Geeked Up by D4L, which was like popping at the time, which made the whole fucking room go wild. That next morning, I made this song called Toot It and Boot It. You know, got with YG, he hopped on that song, it was over, bro. That's how you get the West Coast of today's sound. The success of Toot It and Boot It opened the door to all my other peers in music, to work with other producers, other artists, writers, because they saw what we could do and they wanted a piece of it. And then now we're still here today. YG, that's my brother. Working with him has always been one of my favorite collaborations because we get it. At first when he came around, he already had like songs that were booming on MySpace and just throughout the city. But what they always say about me is I kind of like taught them the formula of like making a full hit song.
The workflow as far as me being a producer didn't come until after Ty taught me how to make beats. He's the reason that I even make beats. I've always wanted to be a producer, but Ty is the one who was like, man, you know what people want to hear. You have an ear for what you think is right. If you get that down, then you probably you'd be good. And I remember he gave me a pack of sounds, which I still use to this day. And he was like, I was like, I can have all these, you can have these. He's like, yeah, because you're not gonna make what I'm gonna make.
YG and Mustard, they listened to what I had to give and they took it to a whole nother level. Those are two of my favorite little homies. But that's the thing that actually caught on after 1,000 other songs that I made, you know? And then I tried to like keep that going. Not try, there's really no such thing as try in Dolla Ign world. I actually kept it going.
This is the guy that taught me how to make beats. He didn't teach YG how to rap, but he taught him the cadence of how he rapped. He made sure I screamed on songs. Like, he deserves to be exactly where he is, and that's just Ty. I've always seen him in that light.
Explain to me what the past 5 months or so has been like for you.
Shit, man, amazing. Got to work with my brother, Ye.
Can you talk more just about the collaborative process between the two of you? How do decisions get made?
I've worked with a lot of people, but with him, it's just like that shit just flows. If there is something that I disagree on, you know, or that he disagrees on throughout, I guess, a day or two, we figure it out, you know, or even shorter time than that. I feel like Ye is like the best artist of this generation for sure, besides me. And I don't give a fuck about what people are talking about. I know my nigga like one of the best people I ever met.
The idea of, you know, you've been in this game for a while, doing it for a while. Did you think it would take this long to get a #1 song and album at the same time?
Nah, I didn't think that. I don't know if I was really going for that for real. I'm grateful though. I feel like we did nothing wrong with Vultures Volume 1. I feel like it was fucking perfect. We went #1. A lot of people thought we weren't gonna, you know, oh Todd, maybe you don't want to work with him, go to this bullshit, everything. So I feel like it was perfect, bro. Like, what can you say wrong? Like, no complaints.
You talk about being this bridge from, you know, an older generation of R&B music to a newer generation of R&B music. At that time, there weren't many that were making the type of music that you were making. Do you look at these new artists and see anything that you've done in what they're doing right now?
Oh, for sure. I'm not the first, and I won't be the last. Be the best you can be. Study, you know, just try to top shit. Don't keep trying to like do what these other people are doing out here, because that shit gets old.
You're now an executive. You're now somebody who has to, you know, oversee the career of some people. How has that transition been for you?
It's been pretty easy, but a learning experience at the same time. I feel like I have the next greatest artist in the world, if not the greatest artist in the world, Leon Thomas. He does everything, bro. It's just like another me, but like to another level. Like his singing ability is incredible. He plays guitar, bass, keys, everything the same. Produces, like, I'm excited for him, man. You know, I'm gearing up right now to be one of the biggest labels coming out of LA, coming out of the States.
You know, this just sounds like more responsibility for you. I think one of the things that you and Ye have in common is being a global star with a family that you have to, you know, be there for and take care of.
Yeah.
How do you balance the two of those?
Jalen is in college now. She's 19. Came to me the other day and was like, Dad, I want to record. So I brought her through. She just made one song. It's hard, and she's gonna keep on going. In my mind, I'm like, oh, North must have inspired you. And she's killing it, bro. I'm like super excited for her.
Talk to a number of artists who all wish their children would not get into the music industry.
I used to say that, but why not, man? In life, you gotta do what you love, or else like you wasted your life. This is what I love to do. Everything in my life, I love, and I'm having fun. All unknowing things and like weird shit has been cut, and like literally every single day is like unbelievable. Yeah.
I think Ty is just a selfless person, man. He's one of those guys that like, he just wants everybody to win. He's not like selfish. I've never seen him be selfish to anybody.
If my fans could know one thing about me,
I love y'all. You know, I'm in love with y'all, and thank y'all for listening and constantly supporting for all these years. We still got some more years to go.